Alright, hello, my name is John, and today I'm going to show you guys my method that I use, the method that I use for inking a drawing. Now, I'll tell you right now, the method that I use isn't probably considered the most textbook method, but I found through drawing over the years that this method that I've come up with is the easiest and simplest way for me to ink a drawing successfully. And here we go. First off, you would start any drawing with a light sketch done with the lightest drawing pencil that you can come across. I myself use a 4H. Now, I do not believe there is a lighter drawing pencil, but I could be wrong. I use the lighter pencil and I use a simple sketch to get the general shape and idea of what I'm about to be inking. I don't usually get into too much detail with my sketches. My sketches are very, very simple. I let my inking do the majority of the work and detailing for me. First off, I've got to talk about the sketch. This is the sketch that I just drew. I just whipped it up real quick. It's just of a simple cartoon animal. Now, as you can tell, I did not get into details with the shading of the pencil. But the main lines there, everything is in order for the drawing. Now, when I ink, I use a Sharpie fine tip marker. Now, again, this is probably not the media that is recommended by a textbook or by the experts for inking. But for me, I find the Sharpie to be the easiest to use. They're very inexpensive. You can find them anywhere. And I find it easier to do a lot more with a Sharpie as opposed to an inkwell pen. Now, my first step, after you do the sketch, is your first step. The second step would be to take your drawing and do an outline with your marker of the outer edges. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect. You're just trying to get a general outline of your drawing in order to perform the inking process. And you do this like so. Now, I found that with an ink quill and pen, this process isn't as simple. It takes much longer, and I find that the ink quill is much harder to control than the Sharpie. And we'll do this part like this. Mix that up a little bit, but that's okay, because again, we're going to be fixing all this with our inking. And I want to finish this part. And there you have it. There's our general outline. Now, my method of inking is I take simple shapes of different sizes. I outline each individual outer line, perimeter line that I just went back over with ink, and I change the thickness and shapes of those lines to coincide with the direction of light that I'm using, as well as how much focus do I want on that particular area, how much detail do I want, how much do I want it to make jump off the screen. So, how I do this is I'll start with the ears. See, I will make a general shape about like that around each line. On the outer edge, I will make a line, or a shape inside of it. Now again, while you're doing this, you're going to want to pay attention to where you want your light source to be coming from, because that again will change the thicknesses of some of the lines. Now here, I am going to attempt to do a relatively straight on light source. Okay? So, again, I want to make another shape. See, the trick is to make the shapes, and then, instead of drawing with the pen, you color those shapes in. And again, I'll be showing you that here momentarily as soon as I get the shapes down that I want. Here, we'll do that. Of course, I'm just going to go ahead and blacken in the eyes, because that part is an obvious part of inking. You would want to blacken the eyes of this character, or some part of the eye, that way it doesn't look, your character doesn't look super creepy, unless of course that is what you're going after. And again, we're going to draw another shape around the eye. Now, simply, the easiest way I found to ink a drawing is to go over the shapes by simply coloring them then in. Now the different shapes and thicknesses and sizes of the shape make your line value. And if you notice, this is relatively a quick, very simple process. I've been inking my drawings this way for, God, since I was probably 12, 13 years old. I'm 35 now, so almost 20 years. And the process is very simple. And again, using the Sharpie allows for much more control. With a fine line, I can go from the thinnest line possible to coloring in the biggest, blackest area on the page you could possibly think with one tool. And again, this method might not be for everybody, people, and I'm sure, like I said, it's not textbook. And I wouldn't say that I'm an expert, but I've been drawing like this for a number of years. And I would like to think I have had relatively decent success in terms of quality of artwork that I've had come out. Doing the inking this way, actually you'll notice it as you go, but it'll literally shade and detail your drawing for you. Then you can go back in and add color, some blending, possibly put in Photoshop. And again, this probably isn't the greatest drawing. I'm just roughly doing a quick demonstration. But you're getting the general idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. And see, you want this line a little thicker, so you can always add more to it. And as you can see, adding the line value brings the face to life. It adds depth to it, bringing it out. Adding line value and inking to this area, you'll notice will detail it. Which makes the character come to life as you do it. Again, I find this so much easier than using the ink and quill method. I know probably most of my professors would probably not agree with me. As you can see, very simple. And I'll just finish this line right here. And see how it brings the nose and mouth area right to life? Same thing with this part right here. And there you have it. As you can tell, now again this isn't finished, but as you can see the detail, just by adding the inking and line value in different thicknesses, brings this whole entire head right to life. It's showing shading, it's showing depth, it's starting to get actually detail itself right around here in the mouth region. For furthermore examples, I have several other finished ink drawings that I would like to show you as proof of the success of the method. I will start right here with my mice. Pull it right out. This was done with the same inking method. Comes out very nice, well detailed. Here's a demon. Again, you can see the detail around the wings, the depth of the wings, the detail of the character's muscle tone, the detail on his pants, the wrinkles on his pants, just by adding line value and inking. Here's several heads that I did, same process. And here's a couple characters that I did with the same process. Again, as you can tell, through line value and inking, I was able to show the depth and detail of the character's hair, the clothes, the sword, light direction for what direction I wanted the light source to be coming from, just by simply adding ink and line value. Very simple, very quick, and as you can tell, the pieces come out very nice. The final step of the process is to simply take your eraser and erase any excess pencil lines that happen to not get covered up by the ink. This will give you a crisp, clean picture that almost looks like a finished print. Such like that. Well, I hope this video was helpful. This is my technique that I use. It's one that I came up with over time. Try other techniques if this one doesn't work for you. Maybe you're better at an ink quill pen than I am. I find this the easiest and most efficient way to ink and drawing. And I think they come out very successful. Thank you for your time.